we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. It's the Penn State Nittany Lions and the Oregon Ducks. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
I caught up with the Nittany Lions head coach before the game. He told me that this is new for the Big Ten. Obviously, these teams coming all the way to the West Coast. The travel is long. They have been putting some practices in place to make sure their players are moving, getting up early, getting prepared for this time zone challenge. They are going to try to perform at their best performance level today, but they put a ton of time and research and science into making sure the players are prepared to go. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. And here's the return. Couldn't find room for the big play. He'll be stopped after a short return. It's a coverage unit right on top of it. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The give. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and this crowd getting even more juice.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more, but sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quick give. It's Martin. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Nittany Lions come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Now on the move. This offense has a little room and a fresh set of downs at the 23.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical in the line of scrimmage by this offense.
Tells the run, wants to pass. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Intercepted, and he's got a convoy with it. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Ducks. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll step out of bounds at the 16 and leave his offense with a long field in front. Penn State's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Martin. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one. It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The run inside. It's Martin. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Left side is Wallace. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. And how good is it for a quarterback to have a running back he not only can just dump it off to, but can actually be dangerous as a receiver?
Agreed, Reese. It's not just checkdowns or screens or swing routes or flat routes. This guy can get vertical, and he can all of a sudden start stressing defenses in the second level. What a weapon it is to have this guy in your backfield.
Fullbacks, a.k.a. blocking backs, a.k.a. don't touch the football very often, and usually don't go far down the field, but a nice little chunk run here for the fullback. Give him the ball, reward the big fella.
To the back. Ran through the contact. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down. And the Nittany Lions move the change with some signature hard-nosed running.
Some Big Ten physicality, some Big Ten running the football. Gotta have it. Got to start with that when you're in the Big Ten and when you're at Penn State.
Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Sets his feet. It's Baker. Fires to the right. Incomplete. Big fight for the ball, but it falls to the ground.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Out wide right, it's Terry. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. So a drive there of 84 yards, and the final 41 yards covered by that touchdown strike. He'll bring it out. It's Bear. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Quarterback changing the play. Throwing more. It's complete on the right side. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The Ducks racing to the line in the hurry-up. Moore will throw. Looking to the big tight end. Grabbed over the middle. It's Johnson. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. Moore, play action. Here comes the heat. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And that's the challenge today. A week ago, they failed the challenge. Last week, they gave up 5 sacks. They can't do that again today. This defense saw it. They watched it on tape. They know they're not doing a good job of protecting their quarterback, and already 1 sack on the day.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Makes the grab. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Late in the year, this guy is square in the middle of the Heisman Trophy discussion because of his performance. He throws a nice completion there for a first down, but it's been week in, week out. Big moments. He's led this team to a ton of wins. He is their best player.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Moore. Got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things up with a dart from 24 yards out. On the run from inside his own 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Straight ahead, it's Martin. Good surge up front, give him 4 out to the 18.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Sets his feet, it's Baker. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete. How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Autzen. From the gun, wants to pass. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down. The Nittany Lions decide to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. Smashes ahead. They finally make the stop after a terrific return, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. So it's 1st and 10 after that costly defensive penalty on 4th down. Give to the back. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. The RPO got it. Touchdown, Ducks! A great catch and run for 6. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. So first down here as they go back to work. Here's James Peoples to begin the drive. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good and build maybe a little bit of momentum so next week we play a little bit better football.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Handoff again. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both, and that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations, and now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Back to throw, it's Baker. Looking to the big tight end. Out wide left, it's Terry. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Running inside, it's Wallace. He's past the sticks. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one.
Yeah, I'm so impressed watching this guy run the football. And I'll tell you, I think Joe Paterno would have loved this guy in his offense, too. His teams always prided themselves on being able to run the football, right? Be more physical than the opponent. This guy has the ability to just wear defenses down. So hard to stop.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Terry. Flying down the left side. Inside. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10. The Ducks want to crank the tempo. They'll ride him again. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Moore from the gun on 3rd down. Looking for a huge play. It's picked off, and that's number 10. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Breaks into the open. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
Give to the fullback. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
Nice 1st down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run or high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a 2nd down and long situation.
Second and long here. From the gun, it's Wallace. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Grab behind the line. It's Saunders. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Penn State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Boy, we've got offenses just flat getting it done. I wonder how the defenses are going to counter all of this firepower.
They are too, Reese. They're wondering how they're going to counter this. Offenses, you've seen the explosion. It's so hard, so much speed, and such effort like that. Offenses just, they got the upper hand.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Dante Moore. Complete to the left. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Moore to the air. He wants to go deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. They'll need a bunch on second down. Motion from the back. Wants to go up top on second down. This time it's complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They'll take the penalty and move them back. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Here's Moore to throw. Going to take a shot. Touchdown, Ducks! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 35-yard pass for 6. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run it. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The House of Loud is deafening on this 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Baker. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
There he goes. Open it up. Touchdown, Oregon. Special teams coming through. The 3rd aspect of the game, delivering big time. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Drops back on first down. Look out! And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
That is exactly what this defense needed. They have not had a great first half, giving up a bunch of touchdowns, but this might get them started. This might get the energy going and maybe rattle the quarterback a little bit with that sack.
Looking to throw, it's Baker. Fires to the right. Makes a connection. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
Fresh set of downs going up top. Between the hashes is Terry. And he was running with authority, especially with that stiff arm for a solid gain on the play. Timeout taken here by the Nittany Lions. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Nittany Lions can really attack on this 2nd and short. Hits inside. It's Martin. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. Penn State will spend its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They've got a 3rd down and manageable from right around midfield. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move them back. Still 3rd down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. This quarterback part of their running game. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the 1st down. They'll try to get it off quickly.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a 1st down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
Lets it fly. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Moving the pocket, it's Baker. They're all over it. He's sacked. This defense all over it. Now Oregon will call its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his tight end. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st. The Nittany Lions decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. Snaps it, and he has to have it. He's going to take off. Quarterback gets enough. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. So it's 1st down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime. This one will be a 43-yard field goal attempt from the left hash. Never a doubt. Now the lead is down to 11.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Interesting first half, fellas, and an eye-opening day here in Week 10 on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's lead things off with a look in on Colorado State taking on the Wyoming Cowboys.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25.
And it's the home team in front against this heavyweight of an opponent today. It's early still, but this one has the potential to really shake up the rankings.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Throwing more. Dumps it off in the flats.
Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the ACC.
That last connection left him a little short of the first down, but in perfect spot to attack on 2nd and short. Moore will throw. He unleashes a long one. Makes a deep grab. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. So that big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Wants to throw one first. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. In the end zone, he's got it! Touchdown, Ducks! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon as trigger men, not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Flip it out to the back on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
And the Nittany Lions with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's Baker. Rushes on. Discards him with the stiff arm. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
Right side, it's Wallace. Oh, he's got some space. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there.
And this is why defensively, man, you want to keep your guy in the pocket. Like, once he starts to scramble, all the rules change, and now everybody's got to kind of adjust, and the running back just works towards the sidelines. As he starts to roll to the right, he creates a little bit of space, and they just dump it off. But it's a nice job by the QB buying some time.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Rides to the back. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. This offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Quarterback keeps it. He'll be brought down at the 46, and he is well short of that first down marker. Fourth down coming.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, and they finally forced the fourth down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big fourth down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Needs it here on fourth down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the fourth down, and it paid off.
Man, we're watching a quarterback duel here. Both of these guys are absolutely slinging it every time they're on the field. Now it's this guy's turn, and he's taking advantage of the opportunities. This defense has not had an answer for him. They're not getting enough pressure on him. When he has this kind of time, he is just going to carve you up.
The Nittany Lions trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he's in, pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Penn State. On to attempt the try. Right down the boulevard. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Ducks in a good spot here with second and short. Out wide right, it's Bear. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down. Offense lining up quickly.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Lets it fly. He's got it up to 20. Touchdown, Ducks. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a big play. 68 yards on the touchdown pass. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Nittany Lions will get things going as their offense heads out to the field. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. Baker. Got it in the middle. It's Wallace. There he goes. The 50. And they get him out of bounds, but not before a sizable pickup on that one.
Yeah, I think if you're on offense right now, you're thinking, I don't know if our defense can stop him. They couldn't do it the last drive out. We're down a lot on the scoreboard right now, so we need to score touchdowns every time we have the ball. That was a big play for them, but they got to cap this thing off.
DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Looking to take a shot. Pass is batted down, knocked away, incomplete, and this linebacker in pass coverage is up to the task.
And that didn't look like it was the right read. You got to be smart as a quarterback, make the right decisions. And I know he's a go-to guy, and he's already had success on the day, but sometimes you can force it in when it's just not there. That was really good coverage. That was good, but be smart with the football and don't try to force it into closed windows.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Fires to the tight end. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Looking to throw, it's Baker. Oh, pressure's coming. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And I thought the game plan has been so good by this defense, man. They know exactly who his go-to guy is out wide, and they're doing a great job of mixing up coverage, taking that away. Listen, this QB doesn't have to go to, and that's why I think you look next. Who's your next best playmaker that can make something happen for you? Maybe go find him, because they're locked in on that star out wide.
Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. Are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Looking to throw for it. Quickly complete. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open. Who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. Scoreboard operator better stay loose. Plenty of time to go here as we start the fourth. They go back to work in the final period of this one. DB's right up on the receivers. Looking to throw, it's Baker. Takes a hit as he fires. And that one is picked up in the end zone. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. So much for the tough field position. One play and you're already to the 35. Making the adjustment. Moore. Left side, it's Johnson. Bust through behind his pad. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. Just inside the 40-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 39. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
They use those back-to-back explosives to set them up 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Oregon! And the route is on. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9. Ready to try the point after. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Penn State's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Quick give. It's Wallace. Runs through a tackle. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. The Nittany Lions in the hurry-up.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Looking for a man. It's Baker. Throws to the tight end. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. We'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Gonna take a shot. Intercepted for the 11th time. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coach...
Going to take a shot at this DB. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. They want to get this defense on its heels.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Next, going for the goal line. Touchdown, Ducks! And they take it in for 6 more points. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into the season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he tacked on the extra point. On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. the offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy hand.
And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33. Great place to start for this offense. They'll run it. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The Ducks headed quickly to the line.
Yeah, and a really nice job by the QB seeing.
A shot toward the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dante Moore looking for the score. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks. This team just knows how to finish. They keep getting better and better and better, and they are close to going 9-0. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Long way to go on second down. Back to pass, it's Baker. Throws to the wideout. Timed it perfectly to knock him free and forces the third down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me.
Oh, a lot of space. And a potentially touchdown-saving tackle made there after the long completion.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
Brings up second down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Peoples again. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short.
Red 18! Eagle! Eagle! League! Shredder!
Looking downfield, it's Baker. They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Makes a catch. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
And how do you not love the guts of this offense? Fourth down, it's just another down, and what do? Stay aggressive, throw the football down the field, make the big play, get the big touchdown.
And he tacks on the extra point. On the return, it's Bear. Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Here's Moore to throw. Shoots it to the left. It's caught downfield. Gets away from one, finds room. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. That last big play has them in position to threaten here. 1st and 10 from the 37. Fresh set of downs going up top. He's going to run it. And he got 5 yards on the play. 2nd and 5 coming.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off. He takes off and gets a positive gain.
And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a 1st down in the red zone. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Throwing Moore. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially in these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. Looking for a man. It's Baker. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the 1st down.
Yeah, and Palmer, I don't know.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. The play will stand. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Fresh set of downs going to the air. Rush right in his face. The ball is out behind the line. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And the offense goes 5 wides and spreads the field. The problem is that spreads you thin, and you only got 5 guys in protection, and they don't do a good enough job up front. The defense...
He'll take a shot. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And he makes the extra point. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Baker. Got his man. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Drops back on first down. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Second down, going to throw it. And the pass is incomplete, and this ball game comes to a close. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.